This is more of a probably obscure one.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. It's your boy UAG back in the building. And today we're doing a midday. So much things have popped off while before our next show, and I felt like I needed to do my due diligence to talk about it and whatnot. A lot of y'all might still be on the Arcade stream, and that's cool because they have big news. I got my baby playing in the background, so it's up and running, and I can tell you that I'm impressed with the version that they have on there. Bobby Broadway, what up, my brother? Bobby in the building. So yeah, I'm impressed with it. It does play different compared to the Steam version that I played a few months ago. Um, and you can tell that they wanted to make sure that they got the bugs worked out. I still have to play it some more so I can
Either do that
so I can really tell you whether or not there's any bugs on there. So there's that. I want to be truly upfront and honest with you guys about that. I'm not gonna recommend something that is not up to snuff. But so far, I'm excited about it. So, in the next couple of days, you can definitely be on the lookout for me on a review. But with that being said, the real thing that I wanted to talk about was these leaks are now a reality. This is a reality. All that stuff that we heard about, all these countercades coming out with headphone jacks and light up marquees, seems to be true. Seems to be true. And let me show you what I'm talking about here. Have you been hiding under a rock and you haven't seen this yet? Um, it's here. It's here, and it's definitely something that we should look at. So right now, if you go to um, Best Buy, you got hey, Bobby, the three Pac-Mans. You know, if they can make Pac-Man, they'll make Pac-Man. They got three units that you can get on sale right now. I'm not on sale, but pre-order, and they're all at 150. So the more important thing I want to show you is that this leak was actually really true. What was on the Randy's record shop, and I told you when you go into that detail, they've already confirmed the chairs a while back, so I knew that what they were saying was legit. But this just goes to show you that it was. They had this on the list, and they had the price, they had the features, they had the date, basically all right. So here you go. This is the first look at it. It's not wood grain. It's black, and I prefer the black. Pac-Man is still one of the most iconic brands associated with arcade gaming, if not the most. It is, and that's why they're going to keep on making it. They're going to keep on making it if they know that it's going to sell. Why not? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And they sell tons of this, and they're going to keep selling it. If they put out a new iteration of it, and collectors like myself, I need to have the whole collection. I need this one. This one looks better. I like this game up lineup better. I like the color scheme better. A lot of people who already have this unit are probably going to get it. Now, the cool thing about it is the price didn't change, yet you're getting a light up marquee now. You're getting the headphone jack, right? Getting the beautiful color scheme. Now, tell me that this doesn't look odd. Maybe this is just a mock-up, but this look. Let's go back. This looks off-centered. Does it not? That does not make sense to me. Maybe this is just a bad Photoshop job at either Arcade1up or Target or whatnot. But that's very odd. That's very odd. Um, so there's that, But it looks sharp. It looks sharp. This one has Rally X. It has Mappy. It had another game on there as well. Let's see. Show more. It has Alex Rompers. So that's a good mix up. But yeah, probably a bad Photoshop job. Then we have, of course, we have to have the regular Pac-Man. This is Super Pac-Man. This one looks sharp. This one looks sharp. I'll have to say that. It looks nice. Again, this is a little off-centered, so it's probably gonna be like that. Yeah, I would have to say that that's probably not the length of the joystick. Well, at least I know on mine it looks a little smaller, so maybe. Um, but I love the artwork on this one. It looks good. The fact that they look everything. They didn't leave anything to chance. They filled out all the panels. The bezel looks nice. The the marquee looks nice, and that's gonna be lit. It's just overall, I think they did a good job on this. I think they did a good job on this. So we have that. Now let's go ahead and let's see their game lineup on this one. You got Super Pac-Man, you got the original Pac-Man, you got Dig Dug, and you have Rally X. So you got two Pac-Mans, you got Dig Dug, which is the better Dig Dug out of them all. I see. Tony C already pre-ordered that. That's what I'm talking about. Tony C's taking initiative. He said he's not going to be left out in the cold. Um, and so, and then let's look at the more interesting one. And I wish, guys, and let me know in the chat if you agree with me. I wish that this one was actually Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man and Galaga, that would have killed it. Um, we have enough regular Pac-Man iterations. We could have done one more Miss Pac-Man, and this Miss that would have been the iconic pairing of the Miss Pac-Man and Galaga. That's the one that I think they missed on. Again, I like this lineup, but I would have preferred the Miss Pac-Man just because that artwork is iconic. And then this one's plain. There's nothing on the front. Um, and this is kind of like one of the designs. If you guys are familiar with my man Angel, who does marquees, this is kind of one of the marquees that he does. So this would have been cool. It would have been cool. So boom, you got the artwork from Galaga on that side. You can see a better look of it here. You got Pac-Man on the other side. Let's see. Nice overview. I like that they kind of slashed it down you know across, showing both artworks. That's pretty cool. Now this is not one of the friendly cabinets to mod because you only really got one button unless you're doing crisscross and using the other buttons here. So you probably want to keep this one pretty stock. Oh yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead and just double check the games on here. We got Pac-Man, right? Galaga Galaxy, and then what was the last game there? There's one more game missing? No. Pac-Mania. Got Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Galaga and Galaxian. So, you know, I agree. I agree. It does have the weakest collection, but like I said, if they would have just changed the original Pac-Man to Miss Pac-Man, I think this would have been a home run hit. This definitely would have been a home run hit for me. So there's that. Going to Mon Super Pac-Man with a Pi 3-4 away image. Okay. All right. I gotta see that. You gotta show me photos of that, Tony. See when you get that done. Um, let me make sure. Give me a second, guys, here, because I want to make sure that. Let's see here. I just want to make sure that if Rainwater has the ability to join, that he joins, because he wanted some to talk about some of the things on here. So let's give him and my crew some chances. Boom. So we got that. Now there's more that I really wanted to talk Hollywood Polo, my brother, what's up? Going to have 25 games instead of 4. That's always good. More is better. More is better. So then this is what I'm really interested in, guys. Boom. Taito. Taito is coming out with their own kind of like countercade. If you've seen the Astro Mini, well, they're doing their own thing, and it looks good. It looks good. I'm very excited about this one, right? Let's look at some of the photos here. So I think this is to put a marquee up of whatever game that you have, usually in the places. Okay, 8-bit, I got you. Let's see here. Boom. So we got them there. And this is the one that I'm more interested in. So this in the arcade, this would be the where you would put the placeholder for your whatever game it is. So that's pretty cool that they have that on there, right? Cool thing is that you'll be able to add ROMs to this because there's an SD slot. I mean, what other reason why would they do it, right? They said it's your product, do what you will with it. There. On Cheney, what up, man? So the real cool thing, Al's in the building, is this rotating screen. If you are like me or like most retro gamers, it probably kills you. It probably annoys you when you're playing a game and it's not in the right aspect ratio. If you're playing a vertical game and you're playing it on the horizontal, or vice versa. Here you have the ability to flip this screen, very similar to what Ad Games is doing with their AOU Mini. I like this design though because you're not unscrewing anything. You're pushing into the screen to release it. You flip it and you're golden. On top of that, they're doing and you can't see it here. These controllers, I'm assuming that you can lift up the control deck and interchange them because they're selling like multiple units there. This one right here has a trackball and a spinner, so you can alternate the decks. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, Al's getting Miles Morales. You know how I feel about the Miles Morales, Al. You're gonna be addicted. You're gonna be addicted to that game, and you want to finish it as soon as possible because the story on that is rather good. It's rather good. It will get you so hyped when you finish that game that you're gonna go back to the original Spider-Man and play that one as well. So I think that this one is really like gonna be awesome. I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Um, so man, let's look at the video here. Let me go ahead and lower down this right here real quick. Matter of fact, we'll put that on pause. So let's go ahead and launch this video so you can kind of see it. Just push it in. You rotate it. It's sharp, man. It is so sharp. That's the little it's not. It doesn't do. It doesn't show you a lot, but it shows you enough. It shows you enough. Out. And guys, I really do hope that that this is gonna have an American release. I hope so. I hope it has an American release, because one of the things that kind of made me stay away from the Astro Mini was that it wasn't an American release; it was only a Japanese release. And then they had the limited games run release. So there's that. So I'm excited about it, and let me just again, so I could gawk and gag over it. Pre-orders, the pre-orders hasn't been up yet. I mean, I think you can pre-order it already on Amazon Japan. It is pricey. It is pricey. I'm going to tell you that right now, Turbo Joe. Tell you that right now. But it is up for pre-order on Amazon Japan. But dude, you put this next to your Astro Mini, you have yourself the Japanese arcade going. Is boom. You know he would. With all these ports here. First of all, HDMI output. You have audio output. Let's go ahead. Headphone jack, DC. So all you have to do is plug in a thing. Yeah, it's a countertop. It's basically the same size as the Astro Mini. So look at that. Look at that. Player 1, player 2, so you can add another joystick to the back of that, so you can play a 2-player game. Or if you're hooking this up to your to your television for output, you can put 2 controllers on there and really game it up if you don't want to be crowded around the smaller screen. That makes me believe that there's probably a software thing there to alternate the screen. So if you have that on your television, you can do that. Another flavor of the month. Rexa, listen, they gotta have that tray. What up, bro? It is Taito. Rexa want to rain on my parade. It's Billy in the building. What up, Billy? So listen, we're talking about Taito and their new product that they're coming out with that seems, as of right now, to be only exclusive to Japan. But the beautiful thing, it's probably going to get a like Joe's saying right here, it's probably going to get a limited run release. So there's that. But Rex, I think it's a they're seeing what's really popular right now, and they're running with it too. They're like, these countercades are doing well. Don't worry about it, buddy. You get here when you get here. I remember you having. I remember seeing you was showing us on one of your videos that's the original 3/4 scale. You know, it's cool, but that price hurts a little for what it is. I have to agree. I have to agree with you, Trey, on that one. It really is something for a collector. If you're a collector. If you're a collector, 500, yeah, 500 is a steep price. But if you're a collector, then you're gonna probably get this thing, and maybe that's why it's not getting a release in in the US, because maybe there's not a market for that price point. But if you're a collector and you're saying whatever, limited runs is going to get it, and then you'll get on it with limited runs. And you'll probably get English directions as well. So who's more excited about these two things? Are you more excited about the countercades that are coming from Arcade1up, like those leaks are actually true, or the Taito? And Taito's coming with 40 games. 40 games. Unfortunately, I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know what those games are. But there's that. So look, this is the link to it to get to it in the Amazon Japan. So there's that. Now, this is another thing I didn't put in the description of the video because the information came to me a little bit later. I'm lazy. I didn't go into to edit it. DJ, what up, DJ? DJ, I know got that IR Arcade ready on there. So let me hide this for a minute because I want to get on screen and let me and I want to hear your voices on this one in the chat. So emails going around from the arcade leak email, and it basically saying that, hey guys, what do you think about this? That John D is basically out of the company of Arcade1up, and then that in time when they do the E3, he's going to make an announcement, but he ain't going to do it with Arcade1up because he's no longer with them. What if he does it for another company like Unico? Now, a lot of people may think that this email or this person is trolling us because we all are wondering, like, where the fuck is John D? John D's been gone for a minute. But if you put the pieces together, hear me out here. This is unsolved mysteries, right? John D has in his past relationship, he used to be employed by Capcom. Real good relationship with Capcom. That's one. So that's why I think he really had a big issue with the people over in Unico doing those packs and having Capcom games on there. I don't think it was more so of the relationship with Arcade1up. I think it was that he really took offense to that. Thank you, bro. I will pull that up. So there's that. Now, he had a big beef with Unico for doing those packs. That whole thing with Bill and them. There goes the first part of it. Right? Now, there's this. That he had kind of try to help Bill out with that. And if you follow Bill on Facebook, he had mentioned that he doesn't believe that John D lost his job, and that he also mentioned that John D has some big plans and it's going to be coming out pretty soon, and that he can't say what it is. Then look at a couple of months, like a month or two ago, they were doing a whole thing on Justin's channel of making a Capcom version of Unico's 3/4 scale, right? Let me go ahead and send you another copy. So there's that, right? And when they were making that image for their stream, the people from Unico was there talking about it, saying, dude, that looks awesome. Let's bring that to the people and see if we could get that done. So if Unico is interested in doing a Capcom cabinet, right? And John D is in the outs, but John D also had that relationship with Capcom. Wouldn't it make sense to bring him over and be like, boom, we got John D. He has a relationship with Capcom. He can pull that relationship together. We could get this out. And what better way to come out and say that you're with Unico and make a big splash than coming out with that cabinet? I just think that is probably what's going to happen. I think John D is going to come out on E3. Unico releases the details of their Capcom cabinet, and the rest is history. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Do you think that I'm off my rocker, or do you think that there's some substance to my thought process? Me no gusta Pac-Man. No bueno. I love this. I love it. I love it. So there's that. Let me try to generate a new one. So John D is out, and Arcade1up hasn't changed his profile on one. It's not out of Arcade1up. He hasn't. John D is still under water expectations, looking for sunken pinball. So, I mean, you guys have some points. This is about the MVX and put the Halo on it. This is true, I think. Well, that's a, you know what? If we were betting people, we would just bet without looking at anything. We didn't know anything that we know today. We could have said today, right now, boom, I guarantee you that we're going to get a new version of Pac-Man. And we would have been right. That would have been an easy bet. If we don't see him at E3, then he's moving. You know, so, I don't know. More chance of my theory than yours. He's raising fund for to run the U.S. presidency. Okay, this could be the comment of the day so far. I'm gonna say John D is missing. He's raising funds for his run at the U.S. presidency in 2024. I don't know. That's a good one, Al. I mean, we have all these iterations of Pac-Man. Junior Pac-Man is a good one. Why we haven't seen it? Who knows? Who really knows? So my fellow UAG members here, right? Part of the UAG unit. Have any of you guys, if you're arcade fans, have any of you guys downloaded the Retro Mania? I know that Meatball Saucy, I know he's interested in it. I know my man DJ is in it. So, and Brad is gonna get it. So, who else is interested in it? I've been playing it for the last couple of hours. And I will say I like the difference that I've seen. I like the close up when you're playing. It really makes it feel more arcade like, so it's pretty cool. Um, I like the fact they have leaderboards. I haven't tried it yet. I'm working through it now to kind of make sure that everything's on there. I'm waiting till tonight. The servers are usually overload. Okay, I might get it on Steam. No Arcade here yet. Tony C, I have it on Steam as well, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Um, I can say when it first came out, it was a little buggy on Steam, but they fixed it and they had an update, so it runs pretty good on Steam right now. Yeah, guys, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. So my man just sent me this um tray. So let's go ahead and look at this real quick. Let's see. So these are some of the games that are going to be on air. I know that my man Turbo Joe would be quite interested in this. You got Space Invaders, Lunar Rescue, Quick, Elevator Action, awesome game, Bubble Bobble. You know, let's see. I'm looking for the ones that are really going to catch my eye. Uh, those 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 are the ones from right there that I really liked. Strike Bowling. Okay. So, Arkanoid. No, yeah. I mean, they're not. So there'll be 40 games preloaded on the cabinet itself, an expansion controller, SD, with 10 more games. You're gonna get 10 more games. Okay, all right. So that's a lot of games, man. 40 plus another 10. You're getting 50 games. So right here, yeah, man. That's this is not for Tato thing is cool, but it's for collecting. 100% agree with you, DJ, on that, man. It is for collectors because at that price point, that's not for everybody. It's not for everybody by far. Let's be realistic, and that's probably why it's not getting a USA release. You know, Sega sounds like it brings a lot of Sonic stuff to E3 for the 30-year anniversary. Sonic's origin and widescreen aspect ratio. That we can guarantee you if anything that Sega's going to do is going to revolve around a lot around Sonic. I haven't tried Demon Tilt yet. I'm going to try it probably today. Probably just download it. It's not for kids. And once you get your hands on it, it says goodbye. That Skippy. I mean, at that price point, no kids would ever touch it in this house. I'll tell you that. It's a good dream, but it's not good for him. Hey, there's one thing. Arcade1up sells millions of cabs, flush with money, and plans for a 5-year. Unico has sold thousands of cabs. It's a good dream, but it's not good for him. And you got to imagine that John D to hire him or to like woo him over. It wouldn't be cheap. It wouldn't be cheap at all. So I don't know. I don't know. What was it? Was he in so much hot water that they released him for that? Again, maybe what I'm saying is pipe dreams, right? There's no substance to what I'm saying. Who knows? Who really can tell? I mean, we're only a week away. A week? Is it a week or two away? Ow, bro! You told me that the Nintendo Switch was gonna release at midnight, and I was there at midnight looking, and I was not happy. John D is working for Subway. That's also a possibility. There's also a possibility. That one I never, I never thought about. I do like my Subways. I'm a spicy Italian guy personally. Spicy Italian on flatbread. It definitely hits the spot. So listen, play your iArcade, play your pinball today, play those games. Has anybody downloaded the new software for the firmware for the boom? Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
If you hear me, I can't hear you, buddy.
You can't? Oh.
Let me check. Let me try this one thing real quick before I say that.
I can see you.
Yeah, that's why. I can hear you now.
Can you?
Yes, I can. You don't have camera? You have video? Press your the camera in the bottom, and then you can select a different camera.
Oh, hold on a sec.
No problem, buddy.
I'm new to streaming.
That's fine. That's boom.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to mess up your chat.
Don't worry. When you have it on, I'll pull you up.
Okay.
So there's that. We'll wait for him to work that out. John D is with Sega at E3. If that happens, Alejandro, then the world might just blow up. I mean, they're gonna have a big presence on there, so there's always that. There's always that. Okay. Now, I'm excited about the Target things. What's more exciting for me about it, though, is that those Target things have made it realistic that these leaks are true. It looks like Glenn's special. So there's that, guys. Again, I just wanted to really talk about that because some of this stuff that occurred, after the show, and so I'm excited about the cabinet. I really want to see some of those 2-player ones that they were talking about to see whether it's a 2-player panel or if it's going to be link connected together. Let's see. 8-bit. Maybe we could just do it with you talking. You don't have photo, but
can you hear me? Can you?
I can hear you clearly, and they can too. So that's a good point.
All right.
So 8-bit.
Yeah.
When you saw these countercades, what did you think about them?
I mean, I don't know. I bought the last the $50 Galaga in the what the hell is it? Yeah, the $50 Galaga and Galaxian, or whatever it was. It's still in the box. I've honestly never such a good deal. I couldn't pass it up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you can't see me. That's crazy, man. Anyways, so I think they're a cool thing if you got a small place, if you live in the city. I love them. I think it's cool if, like, let's say hypothetically, we went over each other's houses. It's cool for the portability for the holidays, and if you had like the new Mortal Kombats and stuff coming out. I guess first of all, the leaks don't seem to be a lie, right?
That's what I'm more excited about.
Yeah. but if you had these and you brought them over a friend's house, I mean, it could be a good time, just kind of battling each other. They're easy to throw in the car; it's no big deal, and you'd be playing Mortal Kombat with your buddies and during the holidays and stuff. I mean, that's cool concepts, you know. There's definitely a place for those things. I don't know how many versions of Mortal Kombat do you need. I guess that's where I'm at.
They're really going to cash it as much as they can, right?
Right.
You know, one of the things that I did like that they're giving us a little bit more bang for your buck because the price point is the same. If you, I mean, you got a deal, but the $150 price point is usually where they have the 4 games and this form factor. But they're giving you the headphone jack now. They're giving you the light up marquee. So I'm excited at least that they haven't hiked up the price, at least on this little unit.
Right.
I don't think they could because I don't think anybody would buy it if they went up to $200. I don't think anybody would buy it. I wouldn't buy it right now at $150.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got too spoiled when I saw them going on sale, and you could, I mean, even QVC, you know, you can get them for $120. I mean, it's kind of hard to spend more money on these things after you start getting a deal. I don't know. That's my take. It's not their fault. It's just once we all start getting $50 cabs, right? We're still looking for all those $50 cabs.
Yep.
$30 countercades. It's kind of hard to go backwards. And that's why we all freak out, right? When these leaks come out and they're $500 and $600. It's a no-go for us, right?
So that makes me wonder, like those prices that we saw on that Randy's leak, right?
Yeah.
They're right in line with what these countercades were. So that lets me believe that Killer Instinct is going to be that price point of the $599. And once we get in those charted orders, what's going to be next? You know, that's a hefty price.
I agree. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, it's too much money. Personally, you're talking to a guy who messes with these things, and you know when you start modding them, to me, money is kind of no object. You're picking it as a hobby. You're not picking it as something just to get in the store. Mm-hmm. It's kind of getting like, you know, all hobbies are not exactly the most feasibly cost-wise, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. You don't really do these hobbies because of what your budget is. You do these hobbies because you love it, and you just kind of do whatever you can do to create something cool. So, but at $600, now I'm, you know, buying $300 worth of stuff, $400 worth of stuff to throw in it. Now my cab is at $1,000, right?
Yeah.
So 600, I feel like, yes, that's crazy. Even with the Wi-Fi, I feel like that's still pretty high. Would it deter me from getting something that I really want? I don't know, but I definitely be more selective versus like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. If we just saw it on the list, right, we just pre-order it. We just buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out the room to it later, you know? Figure out where we're going to put it later.
That cabinet is so unique because of we've been wanting that title for a while.
Yeah.
We got the ability now that it's going to be Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And it has that new form factor. So there's a lot of positive for that particular unit. But let's say they came out with another version of Mortal Kombat and all they did was add Wi-Fi to it. Yeah. I don't know if I want to pay that price point for something like that. It has to be something that I really haven't seen before, and it has to have Wi-Fi, you know? So
yeah,
that's where I think like maybe they're trying to push the limit in that price too much.
Yeah, I agree. I think there is some greed involved. I do understand that, you know, you know, that they do have to make money on this, but at the same time, like, you don't want to lose your clientele who's been so faithful buying these by just putting yourself right out of the market. I mean, you get past $600-800, you know, you're starting to get up there to the point where it's like, well, Jesus, you know, there is a group of people out there that just will buy the real thing. You start getting up that they'd rather pay. I mean, you can still buy old school arcade cabs for $800, $1,000. So, you know, are you gonna be looking at the same kind of reasonable price point to buy Arcade1up versus, you know, an old school cab with all the real deal controls and bigger screen and sound, and, you know, it's, I mean, we buy these things, right? We started buying these things. Why? Because we technically wanted a miniature version of the real thing, something you could fit in our house, something you could move around. You know, it's no big deal to have it over in the corner of your house, and it's just taken off. Obviously, look at this community we got from this whole thing, right?
Right. But I think, like, I don't know, I can speak from my own experience.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw a cabinet that was really cheap, that's how I was able to get into the hobby. And then I got it, and then at that point, once I got one and saw the things that I could do with it, and how it looked in my game room, I started getting excited, and then I started buying regular price units and stuff like that. I think if there was a person that's just coming into the hobby,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a hard pill to swallow. Like, maybe you'll be okay with the legacy cabinets at $399, because there's a lot of value to that. You having 12 games,
Yes.
you know, it's awesome. But that $599 price point for 4 games, again, hard pill to swallow unless you're like a diehard Killer Instinct fan. You need to have that one. You'll get it.
Right. I agree. I definitely see the people like Michael B and stuff. They just want to buy it. They want to plug it in. They don't want to mod it. They like it stock. Do I? You know, I don't agree that they have to mess with this just to make it user friendly and easier on the gameplay. Like, they shouldn't have to do that. Me, I don't care. If you're asking me just one-on-one personally, I don't give a damn. It's got three to five screw-ups in it. I'm going to get it because I'm going to make it my own no matter what. But that's me going into it. You know, I can't expect a regular consumer that doesn't want to do that or doesn't know how to do that to pay $500 for something and then be like, well, Jesus, it's so small, I can't see the screen, and now it's, you know, the control panel is very tiny. Yeah. I mean, I got into this when pretty much nobody was really having very many videos out online of how to even mod these, with the exception of Retro Ralph. He was literally the only guy you could watch because there just wasn't that many people messing with these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not an IT guy. I didn't know anything about it. I was at the mercy of the court of believing and buying whatever he said, and whatever links in the description he had, I would just buy it because he made I owe him credit because he made the video possible where you would take a chance and try it. And that's kind of how I got into it. I haven't even done a video on my first cab, which is Street Fighter Championship. That thing is a Frankenstein, man. I mean, I must have modded that 10 ways over, messed it up 10 different times, screwed up 3 control panels, fucked up 2 marquees. I mean, it got to be so costly that I just stopped thinking about it, and I'm just like, well, I'm just going to buy it again. Messed it up. Just going to order it again. Buy, you know what I mean? Until finally, like, I got it, but it was like huge. It was one of those cabs. It was just, it was a major learning experience, and everything I wanted to do to the cab, go figure, was like not exactly how anybody else did it. Like, I wanted hap controls, but I wanted, light up buttons. Well, the two aren't the same, right? You got hap, it's easy to wire hap buttons, but if you want hap sticks, but you want all the, you know, kind of like the NBA Jam where there are all the light up buttons on those special editions and stuff. Kind of hard to do both. The wiring harnesses are two entirely different harnesses. Pandora's box, you can't wire to Retro Pi. It's totally, you're trying to put two different animals together. And it was just really, really hard for a person who's not into that IT. But I also, like, what did I pay for the Street Fighter cabinet when I got it, right? I paid, I don't know, damn, I got that on $125 clearance when nobody wanted these. There was a dozen cabinets at every local Walmart near me. It was, you know, nobody cared, right?
and now you can't find a clearance item.
Yeah, now you're paying $500 and to ask people to do what I did, to figure it out and try to make something just really creative and cool. It's like too much to ask. So, and which sucks because I really love when people mod stuff and just, I don't even care if it's not perfect. It's just, I love that people's minds are working and just creating something cool. I mean, that's where I'm at. So like I watch all the mods and all the mets.
So let me interrupt then.
Mm-hmm.
Because of your creative juices going and you see some of the things like you said, I buy them and I know that no matter what it's like, I will be able to fix it the way I want it to be. And I've seen your Street Fighter, the Legacy cabinet, and your Mortal Kombat, and they should take a page out of that and be like, listen, this is what it should be. But with that being said, you know Bobby Vu, he put up that challenge. Are you going to participate in that challenge? I really would love to see what you come with, because you don't have a template to start with. You're gonna start with your own imagination. So
what? I'm unfamiliar with the challenge. What's the challenge?
So what Bobby Vu is doing, right? He's doing something that's called the Mod Challenge, and what's going to happen is that basically you could do whatever you want. The only criteria is that as your brains, you'll be using a Legends Connect unit. So basically, it's almost like a Raspberry Pi, but it's using the software of the Legends. We lost him. I guess he wasn't interested in the challenge. He'll be back. But I would love to see what he does. Oh, okay.
Sorry, man. I'm still here.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I keep trying to mess with that camera, and I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I hear what you're saying, but is he doing? I mean, when he's doing your own mod in your own cab, is he starting from scratch, like side panels, the whole bit?
The only thing that he's telling you to do is to use that board. So you could do whatever you want. You can use scrap wood. You can put it in an Arcade1up. You can put it in an actual full size arcade.
Okay.
It's whatever your idea is.
What board?
It's called the Legends Connect.
Okay.
So if you go to his channel, he has a link to it. It's on DIY. I forgot the name of it. DIY Retro, I think it is.
Yeah.
And they partner with Ad Games to sell it, and he's giving it 10% off the unit to get it. But the only limitation is that minus the cost of the board, you only spend $300 in the thing. But what's really cool about this is that the actual prize is a Legends pinball, and that's $850. And then he's throwing in a special back glass, a custom back glass that'll have the 2 screens or whatnot. So I think it's pretty freaking awesome. So I think that I would love to see what you come up with if you were to participate in it.
I'll do some research on that. I'll take a look for sure.
Because last year, Ad Games had their own version of that, and Rexter was in it. Who else was in it? Glenn.
It doesn't have to be a pinball, right? Or does it?
Excuse me?
It doesn't have to be a pinball, or does it?
It doesn't have to, it could be anything. Like some people made countercades. Some people made the guy who won made a stand up what's it called? A casket that was an arcade. So it doesn't have to be pinball related.
Okay.
Rexer did a wallcade that was
You're
pinball.
talking about At Games Legend Ultimate that went on sale forever, like 6 months ago, and everybody was buying it, right? You got it.
Well, it's all it is a little card. It's a little card. Let me see if I can pull it up here
Okay.
so you can see it.
Oh, so you don't have to have the control panel.
You don't have. You're doing everything from scratch,
Oh,
unless you buy something like an Arcade1up.
yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, it'll take me some time to do something like that, but I already got some mega ideas in the works. I mean, that's my jam. Is I wanna do something cool that nobody's done, right?
Yeah.
I want to do crazy shit. I want to make a arcade cabinet you sit in, and you got a roller coaster track on top of it. And you drive around the house, like.
Oh, so this is a kit. This is a kit. You see that the red thing is the actual board, but this is all the extra stuff. You don't per se need that. Let's just see let me see if they just sell them. So the main board. This is what powers would power your unit. So it uses like a harness that is very similar to what a
Yep.
whatchamacallit, a Pandora box
Yep.
can
Yep.
use.
Just like
So you can actually use the same Pandora box cables if you have one.
Yeah, I got all that stuff. That looks really familiar. I know a lot about those things.
So
I have like 3 different versions of stuff like that. So
that's all it is that you use this and do what you will with it.
yeah, I mean, it just converts the old. I mean, it just converts the monitors to the HDMI, USB. I can't see if it's VG. I don't see VG there, but
Let's see if we get another.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same PCB boards that we've all been buying for about $25 on Amazon, right? Probably has a little bit more juice to it, I think, right? It's an update.
Yeah, it's probably more so is the software that's embedded is probably what they're trying to tell you that it costs that amount, because this has the Wi-Fi and it just has the ecosystem of the Legend. So you have ArcadeNet, you have all this stuff that the software wise on it. It probably is not as powerful as a like a Raspberry Pi 4 or 3, and maybe underneath that it's probably more like a 0.
But you got to use that board. That's the deal.
That's the deal.
Okay.
Use the board and do what you will. Do what you will.
Okay.
And see, like they have the wire that you can use a San Juan.
What I'm going to do, I have to do some test runs electronically, almost make a mock-up setup in my garage before I go through all the traffic and trouble of making the cabinet. Making the cabinet's the easy part for me. It's making sure these games actually work. I can make anything look cool, but it's got to work as well, right?
Yep. Definitely. That's the main thing. So I just wanted to, let you know that. But I appreciate you jumping on and telling us your thoughts about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we're done here with that, guys. So thank you, 8-Bit, for joining. Thank you, crew, for coming on a Friday. I know you guys are busy. There's other shows that's going to be popping off. So thank you again, guys, for stopping by. And I'll speak to y'all next time, man.
Yeah. And next time we'll do a little test run. Maybe we'll get the video to work. So
yeah, next time.
But thanks.
All right, buddy. Thank you for stopping by, man.